Alright, looking at a DX949. This is a 2002 model, so this is pre-MOSFET. And I picked this one up locally from a guy. He's a good guy. It's typical for older radios to have the limiters out. This has Q39 out, as you can see there. So we're going to put that back in and then get it squared away. But I don't know if you can see here or not, but 1969, so that's pretty awesome. I'll have to do the bias. I'm going to do a full alignment on it. But this is definitely a keeper for sure. I don't know if that's a stock cap there or not, but I would probably say it's not. It's hard to say though, but it looks to be like fairly good shape. Not sure what this goopy mess is here on these two caps, why they're like kind of glued together. Yeah, I really like these radios for what they are. I don't really care what people think about, oh, the sideband, it's a Galaxy, blah 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 blah. You can still use it, you know, if you know what you're doing. They still work good. It's a good working radio, and it makes you look, I mean, the way it looks makes me happy. When I see these radios, I get happy with the look of them and stuff. So people always have something to say about, oh, it's a Galaxy, it's junk and whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And if you like how something works, that's the most important thing. I think there's a biasing issue though, because you can see a little bit of flutter. That also could be because the limiter is out. So even though we don't have any audio going through, I still think that with the limiter out, things are unstable. So I'll put the limiter back in and we'll take a peek at it, how it's looking. But it definitely needs its limiter back, because you know it's not very happy right now. Look at that, 114%. If you could do that clean, that'd be one thing, but it's not possible. You can do that with an AC mod for sure, but you can't do that with a radio. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But it's a nice classic radio, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, and it'll be another part of my collection here for sure. 73. Just doing the bias on the DX949 here. I can't believe how high somebody had it cranked up. It's a shame that people don't realize what that does and how that degrades the signal. So 50 milliamp on the driver. So I don't like to usually go right to the, I usually go a little bit less. Doesn't mean you have to go. They tell you 50, but it doesn't always mean you have to go 50. I'd rather go about like that, 49 something is good enough for me. It's a shame though when people do that kind of stuff. I mean, that thing was cranked wide open. It was crazy. Luckily it didn't blow the final, the driver final. I think they're pretty resilient, but hopefully the transmission will be a lot cleaner once we set the final, because I'm sure that one will be cranked way up too. Okay, so now this is the output final, this one. They say 100 milliamps, so I went to, it's about 98, which is good enough for me. Again, it doesn't always have to be absolute, but less is better than more, I think, in that regard. So they had it at 150, just for some clarification there. What a shame. So what does that do when everything is cranked out of whack in the PA for bias? What does it do? Well, you have the noise here on the transmission. What ended up happening is the MOSFETs were oscillating. There's all kinds of weird garbage. I don't know if you guys saw that before or not. If you watched the video close, I think you probably would have seen that. That's normal, what you're seeing here. That's why you don't add too much voltage to whether you have MOSFETs or you have these transistors. You just don't want to overvolt them. Number one, they don't work right like that. They're not intended for that per this radio. And number two, it just screws up your transmission. So all I had to do now is check the RF power. I just want to make sure, because when you change that stuff, it does change a little bit. So I refocused it. What I like to do on these, because for my needs I usually like 2 watts is good. I'm going to check the audio again, so we're going to turn our mic gain up. And I just want to set this up. I just want to check the audio level and see how it's looking. So and it looks pretty good. I want to take a peek here. 98%. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, the scope is in fast mode, but I mean, I can see it looks really good. So and if I turn it up, 96%. So I'm good with that too. That's a well-balanced machine there. Double the RMS. So I'm good with that. Okay, so we're good there. What I want to do now is do the sideband. First I want to check the modulation meter really quick too, because that's usually way out of whack on every radio. The mod meter is here. It's right on the money now. I already adjusted it, I just wanted to double check it, but yep. Doesn't really correlate to that with voice though, but it's just all it's all relevant, you know. It's not meant to be like perfect. So when we realize that with our radio hobby, we can learn to like things a little more, I think, for what they are than what we think they should be and stuff like that. So but again, it's really important whether it's a MOSFET radio or a transitional regular final radio like this one. And I don't know if you guys ever have experience looking in these older radios like this, but there's a certain smell. It's a very nice, I don't know, some people may not like it, but I like it. These boards have like a distinct smell to them. It almost reminds me of like a barn without the smell of manure. It's weird, I don't know. I just find it enjoyable. Alright, let's check the sideband on this now. Since we know that our bias was way out of whack, it should be somewhat better. And I knew that the limiter was out before when I checked it, so I'm just really curious now to see how that's going to transition with the limiter back in this. What kind of resolve is it going to do? It's not horrible. I don't know if we can see that too well, but it's very round. So what I want to do is play with my tone a little bit. The second one. Ranger radios like a little more distinct, higher pitched on the second tone. I'm going to try to do it just the way I normally do it, but so I'm going to play with my amplitude a little bit. Let me get this set back up here too. Get out of that. I'm done. P. Yeah, that looks really nice though so far. So these are type accepted CB radio. So what will end up happening is it should be really good on a transmission. I'm just trying to match the two amplitudes. Your 10-meter radios and stuff will have more problems with weird spurs and all that stuff because they're not held to a certain standard. And I think back when this radio was made, they really did make sure that things were the way they should be. Maybe not as much these days, I don't know, but this is like 24, so that's really good. What is it doing for P? About 15. Yeah, so I mean, I'm really happy with that. I don't think I need to touch it. So it's nice and round. It looks good. It's our SRF meter show. About half scale. That's okay. Don't really care about that, to be honest. That's upper side. Let's go to lower side and take a look. Yeah, so lower side basically mimics the same thing. So that's really good. So again, it's not all blown out looking with the limiter out. Put the limiter back in right here. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to talk on it. Check the receiver out really quick. Doubtful that I'll need to do anything to it, but you never know. Alright, so the receive turned out good. I was able to increase the noise blanker threshold a little bit. It was a little under adjusted, and I aligned the frequency, so I didn't unlock the clarifier. I'm just going to try it without it. It seems to be working pretty good, so 1 2 1 2, check check. I'm listening to it on my Kenwood, and it's right there where it should be, maybe plus or minus like 10-20 hertz, which is nothing. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm not too concerned with it. And power wise, it's doing just about what it should on sideband. I didn't turn up the ALC or anything. I feel like that's good enough. You can get more power out of it, but obviously it starts to deteriorate the signal a little bit. So this is a good clean little radio. And then AM on this, 4 watts, swinging about 20. 1 2 3 1 2 3, check check. I'm using a 636 mic. It actually sounds much better with this mic than that Road Devil D104 mic with this radio. I don't have a KPO 4-pin right now set up. I got one out in the car, so I'd have to go get that one. I'm sure that one will sound better than this, but in a pinch, this one will work just fine. Hello, radio. So, all in all, she's working good now. I'm glad to have it. 73.